All right, so here's the flyover, and we have audio.
Yes.
Copy inbound. On speed, on time for now. Might be slowing in a moment.
Okay, so they have already pushed from their ingress point.
Mm-hmm.
This is important to know.
So there's a comment between the pilots and the ground.
Dude, that music's going to get us demonetized.
You think so?
Yep.
And slow now, add 1 minute. If one of you is able to add 1 minute.
Oh, so now they're already adding time. Things are not going well.
1 minute's hard to add.
Yeah. Well, that's a spin. That's a 360.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Full spin.
Yeah.
Hey, go for it now. Probably a lean to get the minute.
Lean or spin, so
they need a delay.
350.
350 knots. Oh, dude, so they're spinning over the bay.
Oh, okay.
That's them.
Right, flight of 2.
Flight of 2 Eagle Jets.
I need to slow down.
Oh, dude. You know what? The flight lead is in there like, oh, I shouldn't have volunteered for this.
Yes.
Just started.
Okay, so when they say just started, you usually have a set amount of time.
Yeah.
And you know, like, hey, a minute 30, minute 24.
Yep.
They're fast, maybe a minute 18. I had one sing it in a minute 12, and that didn't work out. But at least you have an idea at this point. 2 is just along for the ride at the whatever happens from is. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, good thing it's a flight of 2 because that gives you a lot of leeway to.
Yeah.
If it's a 4 ship, oh dude.
Possible, flow south if you can.
Flow south, dude. That's how late it is. This is a ground issue at this point.
Yeah.
They don't want to end up on the Mover and Gonky show.
No, right. That's all they're thinking about right now, man.
That's all they're thinking about.
100%.
We don't want to end up on the show.
Yet here you are.
See if you can.
Oh, dude, 2's belly up to 1. Is that 2 or 1?
I think that's.
I guess that's 1. Yeah. Okay. 2's just been hanging out back there.
Dude, 2's water his lead. Hey, this is Fresno guard, right?
No. Yeah. Yeah. All right, you can hear the national anthem now.
Yeah.
Got your visual.
Yeah, because you're orbiting 3 miles from the stadium. They're driving.
The glare to keep it pin it up. Oh, sorry.
Ah, dude, what a nightmare.
Oh yeah. I'm stressed right now just watching this.
Yeah, and
like
I wonder if the radio's clipping for them too. Like,
oh, dude. Yeah.
Ground fact suddenly goes quiet. Oh no! Oh god!
That's right. Everyone just seizes up.
250. Oh, dude.
Well, they're gonna do the burner, man, right? So they don't want to be.
Yeah, but I mean,
land of the free.
They're kind of cheap. And the home of the
ready now.
There's the burners. You can see it.
That's cool, dude.
You can see it. OFTs everywhere having strokes right now, though.
Man, look at the
flames. Yeah. Nailed the timing.
Yeah, they did.
Which, when you're 1.49 miles away from the target, it's, I mean.
Gonna climb 3,000. Slowing down easy.
Well, yeah.
Wait, is that Brave? Were they still early? Dude, I think that's the Brave.
Easy.
Yeah, that's the Brave, dude. They've already done the flyover.
So they were a little bit early.
A lot early, dude. Yeah, I'll give them a pass. I don't care. I mean, that was a cluster because of the shenanigans on the ground.
Well,
and that's how it goes.
They looked good and they sounded good.
The OFPs on Facebook are not going to accept this. They're going to say, well, they don't know how to fly formation.
Yeah.
They can't do fingertip because that was root at best. That was the 2 Shipwits to 500 feet. That was not fingertip. So
no, but it looked
personally think it looks good. And I think that they did the best with what they had.
Yeah, and it's San Francisco, right? So like I don't know.
Yeah, that's probably the only airspace they had to hold.
Yeah, that's probably all they had. Exactly, man. And they, I don't think they probably had a lot of leeway. So given given that, I think they did pretty good job. They got 2 out of 3, which ain't bad.
Look good, sound good, be on time.
Mm-hmm. Right. And I mean, I don't know. I'm biased because I'm old, dude, but I never flew the Eagle, but I think it's a good looking jet. And it was cool seeing the flames coming out the back in broad daylight, right, as they go over.
Yeah. I mean, you could tell. I'm glad they played it with all the comms, because if you just heard it without the comms,
yeah,
it's like, dude, you guys were holding 1 mile from the stadium and you were still 20 minutes early. Like,
so
totally different when you hear that.
We should have had Skid on, but I don't remember. There we go.
Yeah, they're not used to looking at the ground.
But I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Mover, but like having done several of these, when the ground fact starts telling you like go left, do this, you kind of stop flying and thinking, right?
Oh yeah,
because
yellow gear.
Yeah, you assume now he had your ground guys got the SA, and then you just kind of start responding like a robot, and then like when he gives it back to you, you're like, oh, where am I at? Am I a little early, late? So
well, I don't know. Does the Eagle Jet even have like TOT kind of stuff? Because it doesn't drop the B words, as they say.
Yeah,
not a pound per to ground,
dude. I think I think the F-15 probably was a lot like the R-38s,
No, because I mean they have to be able to push on time, right? I mean when they do DCA and in the stack, I mean they've got to hit the for the strikers, so they got to have something. But they're not used to looking at the ground.
No,
they're not used to doing that sort of thing. And I go back, you can tell something was happening with the ground coordination that when you're telling spin a minute, spin 2 minutes, lean left, lean right, do a loop, burner, like 250 knots, everything that could go wrong. That poor flight lead was just, he was going through it. And
that's what I'm saying, man. I mean, like, I was feeling stressed for him sitting here because like I said, when the ground guy starts talking to you like that, the train's off the tracks.
Well, and not just the flight lead, 2. Because 2 is like, oh, dude, if I get on board right now and he spins it, I'm going to hit this dude. Like, we're going to be a fireball over this stadium. I don't want that. I'll just stay a little bit just in case he has to lean right, jink. This is like going into Saigon, it's
dude, that's when I'd be like, hey, 2 take trail, bro.
You know what? 2 flybys. One of us will be on time. Between the 2 of us,
let's bracket.
45 feet wide. I mean, hell, it eclipses the stadium as it is. So
I don't know, man. Like I think the airspace was tight, and for whatever reason, their timeline got altered there. Kind of,
you've altered the deal. Pray we don't alter it further. That's San Francisco approach, probably altering their.
I mean. Yeah, and I don't know, man. Imagine the ground fact was right down there at the field, right? Probably with
whoever was filming was probably standing right next to him.
You think so?
How'd they get the comms? Did they have? You think they just had a scanner and they were listening? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, because I mean, you'd want to be right there to see any real time, because like
I hope they'd be on the roof. They're usually on the roof, or so they can see both.
ideally the ones where I was a ground fact, I always wanted to be right there because I would be like, if they were, hey, you need like 10 seconds, drag out the notes. I'd be like,
I think Skid, correct me if I'm wrong. You guys were on the roof of Atlanta Motor Speedway when we did that one.
was he? He was on the roof, wasn't he?
He's on the roof because we got a picture of him on the roof.
That's right.
Yeah. Usually they're on the roof because you get line of sight communications better. If you're on the ground, they can't hear each other.
Yeah. I always like being on the ground, but you're right. If you're in a big stadium like that and you don't have line of sight.
Oh, well, they did
Skid
great.
says affirmative. He was on the roof.
Yeah. We're not old fighter pilots, so we can say the formation was sufficient.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked the formation. I liked the loud and proud. I think the Eagle Jet is good.
Very
looking.
smart, only sending 2.
100%. Yeah, dude. Four. We would have had another 5th gen fly
Dude.
by where it would have been a bomb burst, much like
could have done 2 + 2. Yeah.
Oh, dude. Yeah, it would have been bad.